Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by Mount Ridley Mines, ASX code MRD. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the Director of Mount Ridley Mines, Guy LePage. Hi, Guy.
Hi, Matt. Thanks for having me on again.
It's been a big year for rare earths, with punters thrashing about looking for other ways to take advantage of the entrenched lithium-driven electric vehicle boom. Rare earths that are infused into industrial-scale magnets that help drive electric motors are now a thing, and the land around the sleepy tourist town of Esperance appears to be harbouring plenty of them. One company trying its luck down there is Mount Ridley Mines. Okay, Guy, just how much land has Mount Ridley got in that Esperance region, and how many different prospects have you seen signs of rare earths in?
Well, we're covering about 3,500 square k's, and we've found mineralisation over 1,200 square kilometres, and so far we've got about 9 prospects covering a strike length of around about 30 kilometres by about 20 k's.
I understand this region is largely clay-hosted rare earths and not the more traditional hard rock style of geology that you'd probably find in the Pilbara or the goldfields. What's the difference?
Difference is the hard rock are high grade. They tend to be up around that 1% and a little bit more expensive to extract because you've got to drill and blast and crush and grind. The clay-hosted are derived from the same rock types, although they've been weathered. They're lower grade, but they're softer and easier to process, and you can treat them using weak acid solutions.
They tend to be really big horizons, right?
Well, this is huge. I mean, you've got an area 28 by 20 kilometres. I mean, it's an area for the Perth listeners, basically from Perth to Rockingham. So it's an enormous area and yet to be closed off.
How many different rare earths do you have down there, and which of them do you consider to be the most lucrative commercially?
Well, we've got the full suite of rare earths. And for those listeners, you can look at Makuutu in Uganda with ionic rare earths. They've got a similar suite. The ones that are particularly valuable are the NdPr, neodymium and dysprosium. So that's probably half the value.
What are some of the best drill numbers to date at Mount Ridley?
We've had a lot of very high-grade results. Some of the better results, 23 metres at 3,608 ppm total rare earth oxide from 6 metres downhole. That was at Tyrrell's prospect. And we had a very large intersection, 47 metres at 1,521 ppm total rare earth oxides from 33 metres downhole, and that was at the Butch prospect.
How many holes in total showed elevated levels of rare earths, like serious levels?
Well, we did about 768 holes, so just over 30,000 metres, and over 500 holes came in at better than 300 ppm total rare earth oxide, so it's about 68%, and about 50% came in, or about 386 holes with better than 500 ppm.
Guy LePage from Mount Ridley Mines, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company interviews, go to the Money page on the 6PR, 2GB, 3AW and 4BC websites and click the Public Companies tab.